Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So it's been a long time before my last video. Today we're getting back on the Z50r. One thing I gotta say before we start the video is I've actually redone all my shed. So I have a bunch of place to work now. We're gonna be able to put the Z50r on top of the work bench. Since now it's really sturdy, it can hold up to like, I don't know, 500 pounds, let's say. While before I couldn't even like put my weight on it before like breaking. So big upgrade, really happy on that. I'm probably gonna be putting my camera here and then facing the bike there. So really it just gives me better options for filming and working. So we'll get the Z50r, that's right there. We'll get it up on the workbench and just completely tear it apart, because there is still the front suspension left on it. And we also have the handlebar to remove, a bunch of bolts. I just want to have the bare frame so we can start sanding, and then in the next videos we'll be able to like reassemble it, paint it and everything. So we'll tear it apart right now. So we have the rear shocks to remove. As you can see, this bushing here is actually it went out from the bolt, like the nut. I think it's still there. Yeah, we got to remove that. Remove the rear sway arm, the handlebar, front suspension, wheel, all the remaining plastics, and then it's gonna be bare metal. So yeah, let's get to it. I'm probably gonna end up doing a full bushing kit on it anyways, so for me it doesn't change much. So as you can see here, the bushing is still there, the rubber's here, so it really just came out like that. Now we're gonna remove this plastic here. It has two bolts here, one on the bottom here. Alright, so plastic is off. Two 10 mils here for the rear, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a guard or a protector for the tail. What's nice about this bike is it's been kept in the garage for like many years, so there's not much that's corroded or anything. The paint, you can see it's been done a while ago, but it protected the metal like a lot, so that's one thing I like, because often those Z50Rs are kept like outside, since they're just little kid bike or whatever. People don't really care about them and they get really rusty, and then you have cracks in them and stuff like that. This one, the frame, other than being really old, painted and everything, is in really good condition, so I'm happy for that. Still have a little bit of the original color here, which is white, by the way, for this year at least. So we already have all those parts removed. So we got the rear sway arm, the rear guard protector or tail protector, the two rear shocks, the mud guard in the rear. So now the bike looks like that. Yeah. So now we're just gonna jump on the front, remove everything again, so we have a bare frame at the end of the video, at least. Yeah, I kind of forgot the brake was still attached. Well, I just realized something that kind of sucks. I thought I'd be using the same tires, but I can't. They're cracked, I think, right about somewhere. They have cracks about just everywhere, so they're not good anymore. I'm gonna see if the rear one's still good, but I know for sure the front one is cracked, so we'll have to change that. I don't know for sure yet, but the front bearings looks all right. I'm gonna take the cap off right here just to see if they're good. If they have no slack in them, I'm just gonna put a little bit more grease in them, and that's it. We don't have to change them if they're still good, because if they end up being bad, then we'll change them. So this one looks good too. So big saving right there. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so just to skip a little bit of filming, I'm gonna get the handlebars off, which is only like, I think, 12mm underneath there. I'm gonna get the front shocks off. Well, actually the whole set, because it's I think it's welded to it. I'm not sure, I'm gonna have to see that, but I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, okay, I can feel the bead underneath. So I'm gonna remove the whole front shock part here, the front number plate, the front fender. I'm gonna get the cables off, and then it's gonna be a bare frame. So I'm just gonna skip ahead to that because I don't want to film all that, and I'll see you guys in a second. When I opened it, this thing here was really loose. It's like the lock nut for the bearings, kind of. So I realized it was really loose. I could just turn it with my fingers. So I actually thought, okay, the slack I have there is maybe not because of the bearings are gone. It was actually because this was not seated all the way. So I removed it. I looked at the bearings. I looked at the stem seats and everything. It looked all good. Put it back together. Got it real tight, and there's no loose in there anymore. So I'm just gonna grease them up and make sure they're all right, and then that's another saving right there. So we saved front bearing for this wheel, bearing stem here, so that's 2 savings, although we have to buy new tires. So now the bike is fully disassembled pretty much. I just have to remove the lock nut, and then it'll be all removed. So while being there, I don't want to sand anything because I don't want it to rust over time, because I want to make a proper paint job. So I'm not going to send it right now. I'll go ahead and make a price list for all the thing we need to do, except what's related with the engine, because we didn't open it yet, so we don't know what the damages are in there. But I'm gonna go do a list for all the parts we need for the actual bike. So here, guys, I just twisted the rear shocks off. It's pretty simple. So you just there's a specific tool for that, but what I do is I take my 22mm wrench and I just pull the shock down, fit it in. So inside here there's like a 22mm nut, so you just turn the wrench till it goes in, and then take a screwdriver, untwist it as you were unscrewing a bolt, because it's pretty much that's what it is. It's just a big nut that that goes in the shaft here, and here you see that's the shock. It's not a shock anymore. This is all the rust that came out, and you can see there's no oil, there's nothing in there. It's really just Anyways, this is busted. It's not good anymore. I'm gonna take off the second one too, make sure it's not the same, which it probably is. Perfect. Now, just so I don't ruin the shaft here, I'm gonna go down on the floor and hold the shock down while twisting the end off, just to make sure I don't mess up the threads on the bolt. All right, let's see what it does when I pull it apart. Nothing but rust coming out. Alright, so I did the list for all the items we need to rebuild this bike. I went ahead and put in 2 new tires, Shinko 421 mini bike. Those 2 tires come up to 117 and 98. Then I'm gonna do front and rear sprocket because the rear sprocket is bent and the front one is just really rusty. So the front one is $19.99 and the rear one is $33.99. Then I'm gonna do the front shoe and the back shoe for the brake system. The front one's $30.99 and the rear one is $16.78. I'm also gonna have a throttle cable, well, an extended one, because I'm gonna do a custom steering wheel on this. I'm gonna bring it to a welder and tell him, like, give me a custom handbars for that. I'm gonna go 3 inches higher, so I need an extended cable, and that was $18.98. And then I also have like the complete gasket kit, which is $100.99, and the top end rebuild kit, which comes up to around $100. The one I'm showing you right now is if I go oversized. So if I don't oversize it, then I'm just gonna go with a different kit. The price might be lower, might be higher. It all depends what they have in stock too. So I'm gonna start off by doing everything that's on the chassis, but everything engine wise I'm gonna wait till I open it and then see if I need to oversize it or keep the same bore, if the crank's good. We're gonna see all that when we get there. I want to get the body finished, so when we do the engine we can just drop it in. So we'll start with everything that's chassis related and then we'll jump on the engine. So it comes up to a total of $544 with taxes. But like I said, it's not going to be the full price one shot because the engine, I'm not going to touch it yet. So I only have about like $330 to put in right now. And then when we get by the end, then we'll go ahead and spend the other $200 or $300 to get the engine running. So my goal with this build is I don't spend more than $600. Just to remind you guys, I had this bike, well, for free. I worked a whole day helping someone out, and in exchange they gave me this bike. So it was a good deal. I didn't pay anything for it, just elbow grease again. I hope to stay under the $600. Of course there's going to be other costs than the $544 I just said. Hopefully I stay under 600, at worst 700. So we'll try to keep it as low as we can, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.